Okay.
Have you smoked yet?
Yeah, I haven't smoked all day.
Wow.
He's got a drug test.
Do you?
I mean, I'm preparing for one if there is one.
Just buy fake piss.
I got you, bro.
That's what Zach does.
I'll sell you mine.
You never know what you take at night. So
He has a shitload of Natty Light and B12.
I sell
in his
mine at
system.
room temperature for you.
No, I'm gonna quit smoking for a bit and just do acid because it doesn't show up in a drug test.
I'm gonna quit smoking. I'm just gonna do drugs now.
They're gonna be like, sir, you passed the drug test, but none of your piss landed in the toilet. Our mirror is fucking hideous.
Hello, I'm Robert Stack, and you are listening to the Askcasters podcast.
Askcasters episode 12. One of my favorite roulette numbers. That must mean good things for this show. All of the Askcasters are here. TJ decided that he's either going to get ready for a exciting rendition of Jingle Bells, or he has pulled his keys out of his pocket for what reason we don't know.
Ho ho ho, motherfuckers!
So he is here. Schawe is here for probably the next 90 seconds, so we better be quick. Cupcakes are calling.
Hey, I can be quick if I need to.
We know.
Dangle, Dirty Carl,
Carlos.
football expert, Shakira Saver. Yeah. He is here today.
I'm back.
And I, your crying host today. I, who have watched way too many emotional YouTube videos over the weekend.
It was a long weekend for you, bud.
It was pretty long. Oh, God, it's terrible. We'll get to that potentially. Hopefully we don't have to talk about that anytime soon. We can start with college football. We have games on the record books at this point. How accurate were we with our predictions that we gave you? I feel kind of good about what we told the Askcasters. Some of our expertise as it relates to all things, including Colorado Buffs football, we will discuss. We can talk about one of our favorite drunk uncles, Brian Kelly, and his family.
Sorry, I'm on the ones and twos today, guys. I don't have the expertise of Schawe over here.
I'll add it magically later.
And
you can do that?
Yeah, dude.
Whoa!
Whoa.
An incredible game, best game so far of the young season, and a great heartbreaking loss for Loser State University.
Yeah. It was absolutely beautiful. I was never... Hey, this is just allergies. I have not done anything.
It's that ragweed again.
Yeah, it's ragweed.
I checked ragweed this morning.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, I forgot what we were going to talk about.
So while he's collecting his thoughts, we'll move on to some of the other stuff we'll talk about today. Georgia-Oregon will be worth discussing for all of about 5 seconds. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. One of my calls about Florida being pretty fucking good. Anthony Richardson, not only with the win against number 7 Utah, but also one of the highlights of the week. What an incredible play he made for one of their touchdowns earlier in the week. Daniel Tosh will make a prediction to see if Nebraska is the only team capable of going 0-2 already in week number 1, as Nebraska faced one of the Dakotas. And then some things off of college football that we can discuss. In 2 days, we are getting ready to kick off to the NFL. First game is going to be Rams versus Bills. That line has already moved and shifting towards the Bills. Is that the right way to look at that game? And then also all the other predictions that we want to make before the NFL season gets kicked off. Things related not to football at all. Taylor Hawkins' tribute concert was amazing. I believe it was 6 hours long, which I didn't catch the whole thing, but what I did catch was amazing, and we've got some more insight from TJ, who I believe saw the whole thing.
I saw a pretty good part of it, yeah.
They replicated his drug bender in Colombia. It was 6 hours long.
Oh, God.
And speaking of the number 6, I tried to pay a pizza guy with $6.
And then he cried.
And then I cried. So, and that was before. That had nothing to do with the pizza, by the way. Just other tears for other reasons. So, scaling back to the beginning of the agenda today, let's start with LSU.
Yeah.
Florida State. So, you guys kick it off wherever you guys want to kick it off. What did you think of the embarrassing performance by LSU versus Florida State.
My family.
That was the most beautiful ending to a game I have ever seen in my life. I thought, for a second, I thought Florida State was going to piss it away with that dumbass play call on the goal line to pitch it. Right then, they deserved to lose it. However, Andy went to go take a rally piss after LSU scored with, I think there was 0 time left, to send it to overtime. Andy is taking his belabored piss. And I had to yell out, they missed it. And he goes, what? I was like, Andy, they missed it. And then celebration ensued for everyone that hates Brian Kelly and I guess some Florida State fans.
Typically, Andy's the one yelling when he's taking a piss, not the other person in the room.
I peed all over there.
He pees kidney stones every time.
I have a Brian Kelly dartboard behind mine, and I think I had triple 20 a few times after I heard that.
By the way, you saying that was the most beautiful ending to a game. You haven't seen the Auburn-Alabama game.
Oh, I saw that.
That was beautiful. Talk about beautiful.
I didn't hate Nick Saban or Gene Chizik, I think was the coach at the time, as much as I hate Brian Kelly. So
yes.
Watching
and
Brian,
his family.
Watching him shit himself on national television with no one else playing.
It was great.
Oh, yeah.
I believe at halftime there was an interview with Brian Kelly, and he talked about his the team's performance up to that point. And in a epic foreshadowing, he said, well, I don't see how the team could play any worse than we just did.
Wrong.
Nice job.
Well, we have a surprise for you, BK.
That was good stuff.
Okay, so taking the hatred for Brian Kelly completely out of this and just looking at what we saw on the field with LSU and Florida State, couple takeaways. LSU, I don't think they're very good. Mm-mm. They did not. I mean, they've got their quarterback is really, really fast. The Arizona State transfer, he's got some wheels on him.
They've got problems though.
But in the fact that they could not throw the ball to the All-American wide receiver, that's a strike. And they just, in general, they did not look very good. And
the wide receiver, I forget his first name, number 9 for LSU, Butte, I believe his last name was.
Butte.
Who scrubbed his social media.
He not only scrubbed his social media, but I think it was in the first quarter he ran a little post pattern, maybe a 15-yard route, and completely gave up on it and left his quarterback out to dry. I don't know what's going on, but it didn't look good for LSU in that locker room.
Did not. Yeah, he was one of 2 receivers that scrubbed their social media after just one game.
There was another one?
Well, their Butte is not their All-American.
Kyler Murray plays for
So maybe 3 players. So LSU, yeah, they had some real struggles. Florida State, I mean, they look better. They have not been very good the last couple of years, but their quarterback was pretty on point that whole game, and he took a brutal targeting that is just another, just a stupid fucking play allowed by a LSU player. Granted, they called the penalty on it, but that was the textbook for targeting. And,
oh my God, yeah.
And the quarterback for Florida State, even he had barely even hit the ground, and he's already pulling his hand out, making the gesture that's the targeting. And the fact that I don't know what the college rules are. This would be interesting to watch, but I know that they kicked him out for the rest of that game, and he's going to be suspended for the first half of next game. Mm-hmm. But man, if there was ever a penalty that should go back to the drawing board to discuss if somebody should be out longer than the first half of the next game, sign me up for that one.
That's like having 23 allegations of rape and only getting 11 games of suspension.
Right. No, I think, and it's such a judgment call. It's not a consistent. God dang it. Today, it's not consistent enough.
From Louisiana?
I just came up on
my
water boat.
Oko, are you okay?
Coco?
The reason crocodiles get so angry is because they have all them teeth and no toothbrush.
No, Colonel Sanders, you're wrong. Mama's right. No, I just think it's not consistently called the same way every time. It's such a judgmental call, and also it's kind of the angle of where you've seen that hit take place. Like a lot of times it's like shoulder to shoulder, but from where the ref was looking at, it looked like it was helmet to helmet. Yeah. But it's one of those things that I don't know. It's kind of, if it's a bad call, I don't know if it should be as heavily punished because of it's not a.
Talk about a play that should be automatically reviewed.
Yeah, it should.
I mean,
always
you should
be
just
automatically
review
reviewed.
those. And if
may
they
be.
got if they got the
it is.
call wrong, then obviously don't throw that player out. But if they got it,
But even when it's
right,
reviewed,
then-
it's not consistently the same call.
That one
That's
was
the
targeting.
problem.
That was
bad,
the definition of targeting.
That was bad.
I saw 2 or 3 this
and it was a
weekend.
close game at that
Yeah,
point. I'm
yeah.
like, I don't know why you're targeting him.
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 this weekend that were very questionable already, but that one by far was the most prototypical.
If you're down by
this is
4
what targeting
touchdowns, go ahead and just target the quarterback.
Oh yeah, that's when it's acceptable.
is. Yeah, of course.
Take their knees out.
Finish him.
Throw batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Take your knife out and just do that.
It's all legal.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's a free country.
Hashtag Saskatchewan.
Oh.
Too soon?
Yeah, a little bit.
Too soon? No.
Sorry, listeners in Saskatchewan.
It's okay. They don't listen anyway.
Didn't think so. I hadn't seen it.
I think that dog just had another stroke.
Oh, Poco.
Me too.
Poco, stay alive during
Pat,
the
come get your
podcast.
son.
Another takeaway from that game. This is on the Florida State side. Number 5, who's their defensive end, Jared Verse. That dude was a stud.
Yeah, and he was their main playmaker coming down the stretch when it came down to the defensive side of the ball. He was all over the place and just causing damage. And where did he come from again?
So he's from
Causing brain
Ohio.
damage.
He, as far as college wise, his first college was Albany. The story behind him is apparently he got into, or I guess he left high school as a wide receiver, and then during COVID, during the lockdown, he just worked out like a freak, and he gained 40 pounds just during COVID. So
I did
now-
the same thing.
Yeah.
So now he's
Cheetos.
he's 6'4",
Hot
248.
fries.
Oh yes, hot fries.
Was he the guy that they said lived out of his car?
No.
I don't know.
I think that's the guy that tried out for the NFL.
Hopefully that was Brian Kelly.
Him and his family.
Well,
living.
that's a norm in Louisiana. You live out of your car, your trailer.
Yeah.
So, but no, I don't know if he did or not. But that game alone, he had 2 sacks, and then he was just a freak out there. He was just causing havoc the entire time,
He was
and not
wrong.
making sure Daniels was not comfortable in that pocket.
Yep. So I don't know long term what that's going to mean for Florida State. I don't know how many wins they're going to be good for this year. They might be a team that could go close to 500. LSU is predicted to get 6.5 wins, so they're also projected to be a 500 team. I know LSU's schedule could probably dictate them going 500. It's going to be rough. They play all the big boys coming up. That Alabama game, they're going to get nice little shocking dose of reality.
They play Auburn too, don't they?
Yep.
Auburn sucks though, but
So
that's
they-
Jay Holiday's old team.
Jay Holiday.
Let's talk about this for all of about 2 seconds. Georgia versus Oregon. Is there anybody that has anything worth a shit to say about that game?
Yeah.
Of course you do.
In my extended free time today, I did see a video of Georgia fans throwing pieces of bread at Ducks fans.
I do the same thing.
Was the
actually-
game at Crown Chase?
I couldn't tell if the fountain was on or not. Did you pay your rent?
No, I don't pay until we ice it in the winter.
But that's pretty funny. I didn't get to watch that game, but that's a pretty funny observation.
Yup. Man, how good did our boy Kayla Williams look?
I didn't get to watch that game either.
Oh, God, he
You
looked
wanna-
fucking great.
How did he look?
Oh, threw like what, 4 touchdowns or something like
Did
that?
he really?
Who they play?
Rice?
They played Rice.
Oh, you played UTEP.
I know. I know. I'm just saying. I expect they better be throwing 4 touchdowns against a team like Rice.
Great. Let me pull it up.
But
He might
no,
make-
I mean, is there any other takeaways from the Oregon Georgia game?
That game was done so
Georgia,
fucking early.
if they play like that, they're in the national title game, and they're probably. I mean,
They've already moved up to number 2.
Here we
they're
go.
one.
Kayla Williams, 19 for 22, 249 yards, 2 touchdowns, 6 carries, 68 yards rushing.
Yep.
I believe what I saw, Alabama, at least in one poll's number 1, because they had almost 50 of the first place votes. So
Damn, they had 77,000 people there.
Yeah. So, half the stadium was full.
Whew.
it's a lot of ducks.
That is a lot of ducks.
Can you bring that much bread in a stadium? Oh, we
Talk
talked
about
about different
UFC.
games.
That's a lot of condoms.
All right, let's get
Is
back
this the
on track
Olympics?
here.
Okay, so
Winter Olympics.
Georgia, Oregon done. Another good game. Notre Dame, Ohio State. I don't say that as a Notre Dame fan. I just say that was a legitimately good game. There's a lot of takeaways from that game.
Was it?
Do we want to go into that right now?
How young is Notre Dame's coach? Holy crap!
36.
I thought it was
God
like
damn, he's
an
only 3
old
years older
nun or
than
something,
me.
and then this
Wait,
guy comes out.
are
He's
you
a good-looking dude
I'm
too.
older than
You're
him.
older than him?
I am older
Holy
than him.
shit.
Beautiful cock, probably.
They, no.
Maybe,
Why I
you
stepped
don't
away
know.
from the microphone?
You never know.
Beautiful hog.
You could have a hog.
But-
You could have a hog.
Carlos, you're probably right.
Great guy, huge hog.
I did
I
notice,
didn't say you. I said beautiful.
as a Notre Dame fan, I did notice something in comparison. Something. How much calmer Marcus Freeman is on the sideline compared to Mr. fucking Tomato, Brian Kelly, who's fucking going to have an aneurysm every goddamn time.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's
That's
going
the
to
goal.
happen,
That's the
but
goal.
it's not fun until it happens.
Yeah.
We just need it to happen. But just from a fan standpoint, I'm so glad he's gone from the university. I'm so glad we have Marcus Freeman.
I haven't heard from any Notre Dame fan yet that felt any amount of sympathy for Brian Kelly, that gives two shits about him anymore. It's just
Why did
kind
he
of
leave?
Because he got paid. But this has
Oh.
been his track record, though. He bailed on Cincinnati, and I think it's
Oh, he
fair.
got paid by LSU. That's why he left.
He got paid
He got
10
10 by
years,
10.
10 years, almost $100 million.
Wow.
Damn.
And they're owed.
That's almost like Watson like. You know.
Just as controversial.
Brian Kelly hasn't touched anyone yet
What?
and doesn't need extra towels.
You never know.
That's why that LSU already lost one coach doing this. They did.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
that's
Orgeron is
right.
no longer the coach there because he likes the young
I
co-eds.
thought that.
Oh, who doesn't?
Didn't Les Miles also get in trouble for that stuff after he?
I thought he got. I got. Thought he got
Yeah,
called
it
with
was at
KU.
KU. Well,
Yeah.
he
but
got-
it was brought up.
He
while
got in
was
trouble
time.
both times.
Yeah. So LSU, not the greatest track record of coaches off the field.
Yeah.
Lord. So
And they let Nick Saban go. So.
yes,
Did
they
they?
did.
They did.
Yeah,
They did.
They did.
Okay.
No, he left. He went to the NFL.
They let him go. Exactly. They didn't give him enough money. They could have given him all the money. Have him
Yeah,
stay
he wanted to go to the NFL because
to go coach who? Who
Miami.
they go?
or
Miami.
yeah.
The whole state, Florida, all three teams, coached them all at the same time.
And they still suck.
So Ohio State, couple takeaways watching that game. C.J. Stroud, that's about as disturbed as I've seen him in the pocket. I don't remember any time last year where he looked that uncomfortable.
Right.
So Ohio State's offensive line is going to be good this year. I think the real statement was I think Notre Dame probably showed a little bit. They've got, if their defense is going to be anywhere close to that good the rest of the season, Notre Dame's going to be in good shape.
So, how far do you think they fall in the rankings from number
They went
5?
to 8.
They went to 8 already? Okay, I just
Yeah.
wasn't sure. I think that's a
That's
fair
crazy
drop.
though because they didn't lose that bad.
I know.
That's a big.
I mean-
that's a big drop.
It's a big drop, but I think it's fair. And, it's not, I guess, out of the realm for them to go jump back up to 5 in the next couple of weeks, depending on how well they play.
There were several experts, according to ESPN, saying that they were going to be in the college football playoff, even after that loss. And they should be kicked out of the college football playoff for that one loss. They were leading in the shoe during the first game of the week, or the first game of the season, 10-7.5.
Well, I think that if we're thinking about, we know that there's 3 teams in the college football playoff that are locks at this point. Alabama, I think even after what we saw, Ohio State
yeah.
and Georgia. So it's going to be up to that 4th spot, and that 4th spot's either going to come.
Are they not changing it this year for the other spots?
No,
It's not gonna
next
be till
year.
2024.
Oh. In a
the
foot race, who gets it? OU or Notre Dame?
I don't know.
gets the 4th spot.
Yeah.
4th spot this year? I don't think.
I think OU has a pretty easy schedule. They could easily.
do.
Sure.
They can
I mean,
go
but
up.
then that also plays against them also.
And they're also
True.
probably going to lose to Kansas State like they always do.
Oh,
No,
We beat them last year.
their one loss might be against Baylor. Baylor's probably one of the best, if not the best team in the
Yeah,
Big 12.
Josh Gordon's coming back.
Exactly.
So proud of him to go back and finish his degree.
So proud.
He's walking from Kansas City right now.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna walk off. I gotta get going, boys.
Bye-bye, Charlie.
Charlie, happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you.
When's your birthday?
Tomorrow.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you.
We'll get you drunk this weekend.
Thank you.
Unless you go in
Will that lower my car insurance yet?
No, but
Damn.
if you get in a wreck while you're roofied, it'll raise your insurance.
You gotta quit running into things.
I will try.
Okay.
I didn't run into anything.
I see a big scratch on the side of your truck.
I know. Someone did that at my apartment.
Yeah, it was great.
Did you get one?
I got the San Francisco 49ers kicker, Robbie Gould. I think that's who I got. I can't remember.
How'd you think you did on your draft, Carlos?
Terrible.
Yeah? We think that as well.
Oh, yeah. But I'm going to come limping into the playoffs and lose round one. So
How fucked up were you for the draft? Like we knew, we knew you were fucked up here.
I was fucked up. Those edibles kicked in there, and things were. That's the pizza.
I thought an episode of The Jeffersons just started.
Oh no, my team's terrible, but it is what it is.
Okay, so back to your point about the top 25 and who's going to take that 4th spot. So, again, top 3 are locked in. Alabama got 44 of the top votes. Georgia's at 2 with 17 of the votes. Ohio State somehow got 2 total votes for being number 1. So, the teams to fill the void for the 4th spot in the playoffs. Michigan's currently number 4. Clemson drops a spot down to 5. Clemson still looks like shit.
And they have officially have a quarterback controversy.
They've got a problem. Texas A&M also drops a spot, which they probably should because I think they played Sam Houston and only won 31-0. That's probably not good. Oklahoma sits at 7, and Notre Dame fell to 8. So
that's why I put OU in there because they're actually ahead of Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm. Just looking at the top 25, this really doesn't have anything to do with the playoffs, but this is more of me taking a victory lap. Unranked Florida has jumped all the way up to number 12.
Wow.
And
Anthony
you didn't pull the trigger.
I didn't. I did not bet on.
I had a friend,
plays for Florida State.
No.
Is your friend's name Anthony Richardson by chance?
No.
Jameis Winston.
She took your advice, and she won. She wanted to thank you.
On the Florida bet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, thank you.
Anthony.
Listener or person.
Just
that heard.
listener right now.
Yeah, fair enough.
You said her name was Anthony.
Anthony Rutger.
Her name is Anthony.
Yeah. Antony.
She's Italian.
So, Carlos, walk us through a little bit more. You were the only one of us that watched that Oklahoma game.
Yeah.
So I really don't know nothing.
Kind of a boring game, honestly.
Well,
but
that's what happens when you don't schedule people.
well, no, it was good until halftime, and then after that, it was just
Blowout City.
Yeah, pretty much. But hey, running backs look good. DeMarco Murray I did not know he was a running back coach at OU.
How long's that been going on for?
I don't know. I think a couple of years because they were referencing back to seasons of the past, but the running game looked really good.
That's good.
Quarterback, I think he didn't do much, but it was probably a game for him to just manage it and let everybody else do the dirty work.
Well, I mean, you guys did play
UTEP.
Yeah.
University of Texas at El Paso.
So basically, northern Mexico.
Yeah, we played a bunch of Mexicans. They came with shin guards on.
Good job, Chicharito.
They came with shin guards on. And the safety had gloves in.
LSU could have used him as a kicker.
Yep.
I'm fine with Georgia, Oregon in the regular season. That's fine. I just don't want him. I don't want him in the postseason.
Okay. So you have no problem with Oklahoma beating up on Kent State and
No,
UTEP?
in the regular season, absolutely not. But don't tell me, don't relabel the Fiesta Bowl into a playoff college football game that is supposed to have some significance when we got a team that's going to be
That's how college football's been the whole time.
not in their playoffs.
Bullshit.
It's been kind of close lately, I think, with the four.
Did you watch
with the four.
Cincinnati play Alabama last year?
No, with the 2 versus the 3, not the 1 versus the 4. The 2 versus the 3 has been good.
Yeah, I agree. But if we can't even get the 1 versus 4 to be competitive,
No, I'm just saying, just don't even fucking have that game. Just have the 3.
One be a
just,
bye.
Yeah, 1 be a bye and 2, and then that's it.
I'd be fine with it.
That's fucking stupid. Let's take one more game. I spend too much time on the couch anyways. Fucking don't make me drink anymore. I'm too weak. I'm too weak.
My bones is weary.
Yeah. Can't take it anymore. Fucking.
So, Moving on to maybe one of the last things we'll talk about in college football. Kansas extends the contract of Lance Leipold, the coach, to 2027, and they did that before their game with Tennessee Tech. So,
Trying to motivate him, man.
I thought when I saw this immediately, I thought another KU fail from a coaching standpoint. At least they beat Tennessee Tech.
Yeah.
Okay, but
They need to play more Tennessee Techs.
we have to shit on the people who we need to shit on, though. So
Joel,
Jared
fuck
and
you, Joel.
So Jared and Joel, I spoke with both over the weekend. Both said that KU could put up 4 wins, and I am going to throw this down right now as not being fucking possible for them.
You better eat up Renee's because you're gonna have to take 2 shits on 2 people's porches.
Oh boy, I'm loading up. It's not even a bean burrito. We're going prawns, baby. Bean burrito.
A breen. Those new kind of beans.
Yeah, but let's pull KU's up.
KU is just fucking awful.
All right.
That's great.
Next game, KU at West Virginia, who only lost to Pittsburgh by 7.
That's a loss.
Then they're going to have they will be on the road against Houston. Oh,
That's a loss.
Houston's
I
good.
don't know. Houston
Hold on, we're
Houston
talking
looked
about
like
KU still. We are still talking about KU.
looked.
Then who they
So
play?
bad.
Who they play this weekend?
They played the University of Texas El Paso.
No, that was OU.
No, University of Texas San Antonio. And that game went to 3 overtimes.
It's still KU.
So they're competitive. Okay, so there's one game in question. Keep
Okay.
going.
Okay. Next game.
One in question.
Next
So let's say they win that one.
Okay.
So they
So
have
they're
a
at 2.
whopping 2 wins,
2 wins.
that you guys are
So
giving to them.
they're 2-2 at that moment.
They're not gonna beat Houston.
But let's say they do. Let's give them that game.
Okay, so that's 2 wins. Then next the game, September 24th, when we get to go to a hockey game, first NHL game.
Did you give me tickets for that?
ICT? Woo-hoo-hoo!
Did you buy tickets?
Yeah, I bought tickets.
How many tickets did you buy?
I think I bought 5, 4.
You'll have to do your research for that.
Okay, we'll figure it out later.
KU is going to be at home against Duke. Duke's not very good.
Okay, so let's say they flip-flop that game and they beat Duke and they lose against Houston.
Okay, 2 wins.
Yep.
And then they will be
They're 2-3.
They'll be at home against Iowa State.
Loss.
Iowa State's not that great.
Yeah, but KU is probably below not that great.
And then things get really nasty. So, KU next game is going to be at home against TCU, who just destroyed #Buffs. Then KU on the road at Oklahoma. KU
Loss.
on the road at Baylor.
Loss.
KU at home against Oklahoma State.
Loss.
KU on the road against Texas Tech.
Loss.
KU, who took Texas to overtime last year, plays Texas.
I think Texas is probably on the uprise, so we're going to give them a loss there.
And then finally they wrap out their schedule, Kansas.
So they might win 3 games. Might.
So
And that Duke and Houston game is let's say they win 1 out of those. That's 3 games.
Houston is ranked.
for now. They won't be.
I'm just saying, they've won like 5 games in the last 5 years.
That's what I'm saying. They either beat the Duke, they either win the Duke game or the Houston game. So that's 3 wins.
God, what a fucking awful football team.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was KU fan, really.
Fuck you all.
You should be thankful that we took 10 minutes, probably 7, to cover KU football, because it's been an absolute fucking trash fire for the last decade.
It's called dumpster fire.
Trash. They couldn't afford a dumpster. This one is just in the alleyway, fucking burning with
In the
oil.
frat house. Trash fire.
KU, I really wish you'd get good at football, but you're not, so we're just going to continue to talk shit on you.
So
And Joel.
Devil's advocate here, just from people that know a little bit about KU football. Not me,
who?
just people I've heard. So,
Who are these people?
we got people that call into radio shows that aren't this one. They have a little bit of expertise.
Call in here. Let's debate.
Yeah, we got.
Hey, we should have a live call in. That'd be
Get Pastor
hilarious.
Pat in here.
He's dead. Pastor Mike.
Same with Pastor Tiller.
Sorry, Pastor Mike.
Sorry, bud.
But there is KU Pat. KU Pat, nice guy by the way.
Does he live upstairs in this establishment?
No.
Oh, KU Pat.
I've met KU Pat. Actually, I have met him in person. He's a super nice guy, and he was one of the people that called into another radio station today. And he had an observation that KU has got 3 serviceable, decent running backs, and that they've actually got a quarterback.
Do they have an O-line that can make a hole for those running backs to go play?
I don't know.
Because last time I checked, Zeke Elliott was a good running back, and he doesn't have a fucking O-line to block for him.
I don't know about their line.
Exactly.
So, anyway, again.
2024, Zeke Elliott, free agent.
Good.
So, anyway, KU Jayhawk
He's not their
fans,
number one.
He's eating all the donuts in the break room.
we will hashtag you KU Jayhawk fans on our Twitter, and if you want to give us any feedback about your team and
I'll do that
potential,
right now.
what's the?
There's going to be 0 replies to this.
I'm gonna
There's no KU fans that listen to this show.
Joel quit his Twitter, so yeah, we're fucked.
Yeah, fuck Joe and his fucking dumb team.
I think we should just start.
I love
we
you,
should
Joel.
start hashtagging West Virginia now, since that's KU's next game. See if we can get on their
Ooh,
game.
Yeah.
And you know what West Virginia's winning song is for their basketball team.
Fuck KU. Fuck.
Hashtag John Denver.
Country roads take me home.
Anybody need a beer?
To a place.
All right, I'll be over here.
I belong West Virginia.
Oh my God!
Mountain
Shut him up.
Mama.
Cut his mic.
Take me home. Yeah, so are we just going to start hashtagging West Virginia and pretend we're not from Kansas?
We can still pretend we're from Kansas and still hashtag them.
Oh, okay. So I think we should just tweet out. Askcasters, we're tweeting out live right now. We didn't have our interns come to this one.
While you're doing that, I'll give my
Do
assessment
you just want
on.
a break right now?
No, we don't need to.
Okay.
I'm curious in time. So while we have TJ upload some Twitter things, I'm going to let you know my observation, a little bit of follow-up to what I mentioned about Florida. They were a 3-point underdog as an unranked team against the Pac-12 favorite in Utah. So that should have been your indication right there that Florida had something to bring to the table. And that game was close throughout, and Florida ended up winning that game. And Anthony Richardson, the quarterback that I've mentioned multiple times now on this podcast, he is as advertised. He is good.
Dude's good. That was my first game watching him, and his arm pops. He can run. He had they were in the red zone. He dropped back to pass, rolled out.
No, he didn't even roll out first. He did
Well,
a
had-
pump fake.
well, no, he had the half rollout, and then he pump faked it. And mid pump fake, he did the spin move, and then rolled out again and hit his guy. He is going to be a stud. I believe Mel Kiper had him at his 10th best overall in the 2022-23 draft.
So I'm not going to be surprised if we get a little closer to draft time. C.J. Stroud's got a good chance of winning the Heisman this year.
Oh yeah, they're gonna go undefeated.
Well, sure.
Sounds like that Memphis game. They shouldn't have lost by 17.
No, they should have.
The Memphis Celtics.
No, I was proud.
Tiffany McGregor at running back.
I was proud of Celtic. They played well. They did as well as you can do going against the Champions League champions. I mean,
Thank you. Weston McKennie scored. That was great.
Weston McKennie scored, and I think Mr. Pulisic hurt himself.
Oh well, yeah. Chelsea
Chelsea lost,
That was hilarious. To some team that I never heard of.
They had Hurt and a B, Hurt B. I don't know who
Sounds
it
like a
was,
rapper.
Yeah, Hurt B from the Netherlands.
but they lost.
It was great.
Also, speaking of football, Carlos, I sent you a very drunk text message asking about your thoughts on.
Real Madrid. When I woke up from my slumber, it
I
was
was-
already too late.
I was really invested in that game
But
mentally.
did you bet Real Madrid? They didn't cover though that game because they only won by 1. I think they were
What was
favored by
their
1.5.
spread? A goal and a half?
I thought it was 1.5.
I thought it was half a goal.
Maybe because Betis isn't bad. So
I know, that's kind of why I wanted to bet it.
did you bet it?
No, I wanted to. I was
Oh.
waiting for your expertise. And then I went and
Well,
watched it
if you
now.
want to bet on something for sure, just bet on Real Madrid in the Champions League.
Okay.
That group is terrible, and they're just gonna smash through everyone.
Hey.
And Celtic comes to Spain. That's gonna be a U19 ass whooping.
When is that game?
And it will be run.
I don't know, 3 months from now.
It was like November 12th.
Yeah. Let's watch it together. We should.
I think I'm busy that day. I have nothing to do.
We should definitely watch that. That's gonna be epic.
Yeah, I'm down to watch it.
Yeah.
That'll be nice.
It's at home and it's gonna be 4-1.
Honestly,
I'll give you that.
I'm happy Celtic is in Champions League, and they had a formidable.
Well, you
showing.
fucking should. All you gotta do is beat Rangers.
We did. We beat
Exactly.
them 4-0. We beat them 4-0. Was it Steven Gerrard there?
Steven Gerrard, yeah, but then he left to Aston Villa. What a cocksucker.
But he did change the program around. I guess not.
At Aston Villa?
No, at Rangers.
Oh, I was like, he's lost like 6 games in a row at Aston Villa.
No, I'm not. Not Aston Villa Rangers. But yeah, they got their fucking dicks kicked in.
Yeah, he is.
NFL is coming up and starting Thursday. Rams versus Bills.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to call in to work on Friday.
You never work Fridays.
I don't.
We'll see you on the golf course. The line moved from -1 to -2.5. Ravens,
Buffalo's favorite, right?
Buffalo's still favored, yeah.
Wow.
Buffalo's favorite. Ravens, their win total for the year jumped from 9.5 to 10.5.
Depends on which book. And it's the only reason I know this is because I went to place my
Wagers.
my debut bet in the state of Kansas.
Would you bet on the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl?
No, I tried to bet the Ravens over/under for wins, which everywhere I had looked before I went down to Mole Vegas was at 9.5 wins for the Ravens, and I confidently throw my money up on the counter.
It just depends on their injuries. They always seem to just get hit by the injury bug hard. Big time.
So. I looked. Okay, so what happened basically is when I went to actually place this bet, the line had changed from what I wanted to bet it on. I wanted to bet over Ravens wins 9.5, and then when I actually went to bet it at FanDuel's newest location down in Mole Vegas, they told me that the win total was at 10.5.
You actually went down there?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Really? I need to go.
So problem is that as I looked at the schedule on the back end for the Ravens, I think that full game is concerning to me. So let's walk through we'll be real quick.
Who do they play?
I know not everybody is as big on the Ravens as I am this year.
You've been on their dicks for a while.
Dude, they're going to crush it. They just signed Kenyon Drake. They got J.K. Dobbins.
Gus Edwards is healthy.
Yeah. The running game is stupid. You don't...
I know they're running...
Lamar. He's going to run for 1,000 yards. Jamal Lamar. He's gonna run for 1,000 yards.
And it's Lamar Jackson's contract season for whatever.
He's gonna ball out.
So let's run through this schedule real quick and let's see if we can find 11 wins in here. If you say you only find 10, I'm gonna be sad. So first game, Ravens on the road against the Jets.
Win.
Ravens at home against the Dolphins.
Win.
Ravens at home against Ravens on the road against the Patriots.
On the road?
On the road.
I'll give him a win.
2 wins.
That's 3.
Oh, you did give them 3. Okay, 3.
Yeah.
I'm counting with my fingers. This is
they're going to be Patriots.
They'll be
Ravens
Patriots.
at home against the Bills.
Loss. That's a loss.
Okay.
They'll lose at home against the Bills. The Bills just got Von Miller. That team is stacked on offense, and they just added a fucking freak to their defense.
I'm not going to say the Ravens are going to win that game, but in Baltimore, that one's going to be closer than
I'm giving them 3 wins, so 3-1 seems reasonable.
We'll take 3-1.
No, I'm just saying,
3-1,
they have a
yeah.
legit shot to beat the Bills.
They do.
Next game after we say that they lose to the Bills is they're going to be at home again against the Bengals.
Oh. They probably win that one against the Bengals because the Bengals' defense isn't really a whole lot. Their offense will be put up points, but they're not going to be able to stop Lamar.
No.
So I'm saying they win that one. That's 4 wins.
I think 4-1. Ravens on the road against the Giants.
Beat them.
And so that was 5 wins. Let's expand this schedule out.
We're looking for a 6 win.
Oh, Ravens Browns.
Beat them.
6 wins.
Yeah.
Ravens on the road against the Bucks.
On the road?
On the road.
They probably lose that game.
So 6 wins still. Ravens on the road against the Saints.
Oh man, that's a tough one. I think they lose that one too. That's 6-3.
Ravens at home against the Panthers.
They beat them.
7 wins. Ravens at Jacksonville.
They win that one for sure.
If my fingers are counting right, I think
I'm at 8.
8 wins.
Yep.
Ravens at home against the Broncos. Man,
I think they beat them. They're at home.
9 wins. Ravens on the road against the Steelers.
Beat them.
There's 10. And Browns again.
Beat them. That's 11.
That's pretty much all we care about. And then they'll wrap up their season. Falcons win. Steelers potential win. Ravens, we don't know. So
they played each other?
What's that?
You said the Ravens.
Ravens against the Bengals for
the
end of the season. So second game in conference with the Bengals. So
they'll go 14-3.
I think we picked. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit better about that.
14-3.
That's basketball.
What are the Buccaneers going to do this year? How banged up are they on defense? I mean, on the O-line. Are they going to be a contender, or are they?
Which of your boyfriends do you want to suck off first? Do you want to do Tom Brady in Tampa, or do you want to do Mac Jones in New England?
I already sucked Mac Jones off last weekend. Okay, I'll polish Tom off right now.
All right, polish.
No wonder he's having marriage issues.
Because he's getting his dick sucked by Dangle.
He's having marriage issues.
How pissed a Brazilian would be if she got cheated on with a Colombian male?
Oh yeah. If you were Argentinian, it would be so much worse.
Yeah, it would be terrible. Or German.
But maybe C. Dangle wore
a
Messi jersey while this was all happening. A little bit of cosplay.
I haven't even said. I said that they weren't going to win that many games, so I'm counting them out.
Your Bucks?
Yeah, well, my Patriots, the Bucks.
All right, so they're at Cowboys.
They'll win that game. It was fucking terrible.
Wait, this is last year.
Oh, I was like, did they open? They opened again this year?
Is...
They opened against the Cowboys last year.
We need to get the new season.
They'll win. They'll lose both games against the Saints this year. The Saints have their number.
I'm with you. I think Saints are going to be good this year.
I'm really excited to watch Jameis Winston.
He's going to lick all 3 fingers and pull up a W. Ah!
Hell yeah, he is.
I love it.
Crab legs for days.
Yep. All right. Anybody got the schedule?
While you're looking that up, let's look at the NFL schedule for Week 1. Let's see what else we see in addition. Okay, so Rams again.
Okay, so yeah, let's pick who you guys think is gonna win each game.
That's right.
Each game though.
So September 11th.
God bless America.
Buccaneers versus Cowboys.
Okay.
Was that all you had?
I'm asking the question. Buccaneers versus Cowboys.
The Bucks are gonna win.
Okay. Buccaneers versus Saints.
They'll lose that. They'll be 1-1.
Buccaneers Packers at Buccaneers.
They'll win that. Cause did you see the wide receiver for Green Bay? Their number 1 isn't playing. No. I think he's out.
Oh, no.
Lazar.
Alan Lazard.
Yeah, Mr. Lizard is not playing. That means they have a rookie running back or a wide receiver as their number 1.
And Sammy Watkins on the other side.
Hey, but Sammy Watkins said that Aaron Rodgers is another league from Patrick Mahomes.
I'm not listening to a wide receiver talk about how good their quarterback is ever again.
No, it's probably the best idea to not do that.
They've won the same amount of Super Bowls. So, they're in the same league.
Are you running down the schedule here?
Oh, are we still doing that? Yeah. Chiefs at Bucks.
They'll lose that.
Falcons at Bucks.
Win.
So we're
two
at
and two.
2-2.
By the way, side note, I think I'm officially down for the Falcons being the worst team in football this year, record-wise. I think I'm officially there.
Who's their quarterback?
Marcus fucking Mariota.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're going to be bad. Seattle's going to be pretty bad.
They'll be right up there, along with Cleveland.
I don't think Cleveland's going to be as bad.
They're going to probably split that 11 games and go 5-6. That's terrible.
They're better than the Steelers.
I don't know. Mitch Trubisky is their quarterback.
They're better than the Steelers.
Steelers got a fucking stacked defense, though, too.
They do. Buccaneers at Steelers.
Bucks will win that.
Buccaneers at Panthers.
Win.
So we're at 4-2.
Yep.
Ravens at Bucks.
They'll lose that. 4-3.
Rams at Bucks.
They'll lose that. 4-4.
Seattle at Bucks.
Win that. 5-4.
Buccaneers at the Stains, the Brown Stains.
They'll win that. 6-4.
Saints at the Bucks.
Lose that.
Buccaneers at Niners.
They'll win that. 8-6. Is that where we're at?
Buccaneers at Bengals. Or Bengals at Buccaneers, sorry.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Are they get home, I think?
I think they get it there. 9-6.
Buccaneers at Cardinals.
With DeAndre Hopkins back, they'll lose that.
Okay. Panthers at Buccaneers.
Nah, the Panthers aren't going to do anything. They won't win more than 5 games.
Ooh, I disagree with you.
Ooh.
Really? You think? Well, they do have a shitty division, but I just don't see it. I think Baker's probably going to get hurt. He's always fucking hurt.
Just make sure he has enough towels.
He needs towels. Yeah. And the Wi-Fi password.
Yes, towels, Wi-Fi password, and Jergens.
Yes. He needs Jergens.
Thank you, Slim Shady.
Buccaneers at Falcons to finish the season off.
They'll win that.
Yeah. So what did we say?
I think we had them losing 6 games.
Okay, 11-6.
So 11-6. That's not bad. They'll probably limp into the playoffs.
Andy, would you like to do your feudal team?
I'm just going to dive right into the Atlanta
week 1.
Falcons. No.
Oh.
Atlanta Falcons depth chart. Let's just run through this because you tell me how bad this team is. Quarterback, Marcus Mariota. Your top 2 running backs, Cordarrelle Patterson and Damian Williams, which I don't even know.
Williams.
I don't even know if Cordarrelle Patterson is truly their number 1, but whatever.
I thought he was a wide
He's a
receiver.
running back.
He converted to running back?
Yeah, he's officially a running back.
He's fast as fuck.
He's listed as their number 1 running back.
I drafted him in our.
He'll do all right. I mean, he'll get some fantasy points.
He's been a good. He is legit back there. He's good.
And then this is, if you can find a worse wide receiver room in the National Football League, tell me. So since Calvin Ridley has been suspended for betting like $1,500,
I thought he was back this year.
He didn't he get suspended for like the whole season for gambling?
Last year.
I've got him listed right now as a suspended wide receiver.
Maybe he might be suspended for a couple of games. I don't think he's out for the whole year. Look it up on your computer.
I think he's out the whole year. But
You think?
while you're looking that up, if he is not playing,
Who was it?
Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley, because I think they busted him for betting $1,500.
Well, yeah, but I thought that was last year. So he got suspended he was suspended all last year, wasn't
This
he?
season, nah, I don't think
It's
he
this
was.
season?
I think it's this
God,
season.
have I been living in... Did I just make up a whole year?
Possibly.
No. NFL suspends Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Calvin Ridley for at least 2022 season for betting on games.
That'd be this season.
Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Calvin Ridley has been suspended for at least the 2022 season.
So he was suspended for more than a season because he didn't finish out the whole year last year.
Nah, he got... What the fuck? How is that a... Okay.
Anyway, moving on. Let's go through the wide receiver.
Okay,
room
so
real
Calvin
quick.
Ridley's out.
So the remaining wide receivers, these are 1 through 3. Number 1 wide receiver, Drake London.
Never heard of her.
Number 2 wide receiver, Olamide Zaccheaus.
I don't think he's heard of himself.
What was his name?
Even his parents don't know him.
Odomil Zaccheaus.
Olamide Zaccheaus.
He sounds like a character for Game of Thrones.
Wide receiver 3, Brian Edwards. Who the fuck is Marcus Mariota, who needs all the help he can get, gonna throw the fucking ball to?
To the other team?
Yeah, for sure.
Kyle Pitts.
They've got Kyle Pitts, who's obviously their best player.
Yeah,
on the team.
true.
Fullback, I don't know why you would list one, but Keith Smith listed as their fullback, and then we don't need to go into their line because we've never heard of them either. So, yeah. Atlanta Falcons, worst fucking record in the league. I think I'd be ready for that one.
God, I was wanting to bet who is going to have the worst record in the NFL.
Seahawks and your Atlanta Falcons are in a foot race to draft number 1 next year.
Chicago's going to be especially terrible too.
But Chicago, I
I
thought Chicago had a decent defense.
No, not anymore.
Don't they have Khalil Mack there still?
I think he's still there. but I don't really think.
But
I
when
thought
you're
they-
on the field for fucking 55 minutes.
Yeah,
matter.
N'Keal Harry's there. Haha.
Whoa.
Fuck you
He's
guys.
injured. He's gone.
Fuck you guys even worse.
Yeah. Because remember, we were just talking about that.
I can't believe we got a 7th round pick for that. That's a steal.
You can get another Tom Brady.
Hell yeah.
By the way, I just looked at Atlanta's defense. I can't name any of those people either. I've never heard of any of these people. And they've already got 5. They've already got 5 defensive players on the IR.
So I think it is definitely a cripple. Oh shit! Can't say that. I think it is definitely a
It's a limp race.
it's a trash bag race for last place. Atlanta, Seattle, and fucking Chicago.
The Jets too. Fuck, the Jets suck, dude.
I thought so.
Joe Flacco is our starting quarterback.
That is
Darnold
true.
will be back.
Darnold?
You mean
What-
Zach Wilson?
Yeah,
What
Wilson.
Twilight Zone are you living in? He just
Same
lost his
fucking
kicking
guy,
responsibilities.
same fucking guy.
Sam Darnold's gonna be playing in the Jets and in the Rams.
Okay, he's a talented quarterback who plays
stacked.
for the Jets that will suck.
Joe Flacco?
We named all
Who
quarterbacks.
is Joe Flacco?
Who is Joe Flacco?
Make sure we
Sir,
answer.
you need to answer the question.
Zach Wilson is a fucking legend.
Zach Wilson's bad. The only
But he's
thing
a
that I
legend.
think-
He's
I
a
think
legend.
The only thing I'll give the Jets is that they might win 1 or 2 games in conference. They'll probably end up beating Miami.
And I think they'll beat the Patriots.
Maybe a game.
I don't think so.
Brees Hall might be good enough for 1 game. We'll call him a victory. But God, Zach Wilson's bad.
Yeah.
He's really bad.
And they don't even have any receivers there. Talk about a motherfucker that's going to be
They
throwing
can-
the ball to the other team.
So yeah, they're going to run the ball a lot. They're going to throw a lot of interceptions.
They have to, yeah.
That's why I have Brees Hall and Michael Carter on my bench.
On your bench.
Brees Hall, I think he's going to be good. I think he is. I think he's going to have a possible to win OROY or Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Just put Brees Hall in the same category of Saquon Barkley. He's going to be wasted talent. Wasted talent.
As long as he has a good freshman year, I'm good.
Freshman year.
Oh my
rookie
God.
year.
Fucking rookie year, yeah.
Yes, whatever.
Whatever. His first year.
Yes.
I mean,
What a disaster.
hold on. I got to look up the New York Jets wide receivers here real quick.
Nothing good.
I don't think it's going to be pretty. I'm trying to think of who's on there. Probably
Robbie Anderson? Is he still on there?
Probably need a little Jeopardy music in the background here.
Is Robbie Anderson still on the roster?
And at starting wide receiver for your New York Jets.
Nobody we know.
Oh, yeah, this is pretty bad. Your starting wide receivers, Elijah Moore, Corey Davis, Garrett Wilson.
They all sound white.
And that is the biggest indictment on the ball.
Says the guy that just drafted Cooper Culp to win his fantasy league.
Did you draft Cooper Culp?
Yes, I
Good
did.
for you.
He is a unicorn, I might add. But no, you can't start 3 white wide receivers and expect to win a game. You just can't.
I'm guessing not all of them are white.
And in something that maybe only the ass-casters at this table will appreciate, the starting center for the New York Jets is Connor McGovern.
Tiffany's brother.
It's Tiffany McGregor.
Oh, that's terrible.
Okay, so let's go through week 1 schedule, and then we'll put a bow on this. We might talk about that Dave Grohl concert, which was pretty fucking awesome. But let's take a look here at the first week.
So Buffalo
We have-
Rams, who do you guys have? I'm taking Buffalo.
Do you guys want to go down the first week list?
Yes, that's what he literally just said.
Okay. You have it up, Andy?
You want me to name them off?
I can if you want.
You go for it.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the Asscasters Week 1 preview. Thursday night.
Exciting music in the background.
Yeah.
There it is.
Thursday, September 8th, 2022. The Buffalo Bills play at Los Angeles at 7:22 Central Standard Time on NBC. Andrew Mannion, who do you have?
Okay, this would be, from a betting standpoint, this would be a total stay away for me. I would not bet this.
100%.
If I really had to bet, I'd say Buffalo wins this game, but I have zero confidence in that bet.
Carlos.
I'm going to say Buffalo wins it and Matthew Stafford throws up 4 touchdowns. Because I have him in my fantasy league. So.
Oh, so we're just being irresponsible.
Yeah. Matthew, if you're listening to us, throw 4 more touchdowns, please.
The over-under is -2.5 on that game.
That would not be the over-under, that'd be the spread.
Or the spread, sorry.
Smoke another one.
The over-under is 52.
I'll take the under.
I'd go over on that.
You think? Mm-hmm. Those 2 defenses are good.
First game of the year?
Man, I think
Those are good defenses. That's a tough one.
I don't know if I think I'm with you, Andy. I'd stay away from that. If I were to bet that game, I would probably bet the money line for Buffalo.
I would say this, Buffalo fans, if you really think that you are going to bet on that game, bet it now before it goes to 3.
True. Do we want to go for prop bets?
No. That's
Let's
just too long.
Season.
Yes.
Okay. Our next game. Oh my God, that's UFC.
Yes, I'll take 2 on John Jones.
For
2 what? 2 punches in the face.
I'll take Conor McGregor to break his leg against Chicago.
I'll take John Jones to fail a drug test.
And beat his wife up.
9/11 on noon. I did not mean to sound so excited to say 9/11.
This game must be at New York.
Yeah, we're going to cut that out.
Cleveland plays at Carolina. The spread is -2 favorite Panthers. Who do you have, Andy?
Cleveland at Carolina.
Cleveland at Carolina.
Cleveland's gonna be bad. So, and I think Carolina's gonna be surprisingly good. Like Carlos made that comment about he didn't think they were gonna win more 5-6 games.
I said 6 games.
I think their over/unders at 9.5. So
bet the under.
If you think
Yeah.
I mean, but for that particular game, I would be taking.
Do you really think they're gonna win more than 9 games? No.
I think they'll win closer to 9 than 6.
You think? So 7.
What a fucking range.
He just asked somebody that got a D- in algebra what that was. I'm like, I don't know.
Dude, you got to algebra?
Just kidding.
Baker Mayfield is gonna fuck Cleveland up. That game is not even gonna be close.
Also true.
It's gonna be fucking brutal.
I didn't even think about that.
The fucking Browns are gonna regret letting Baker go because now they have a fucking guy on the sideline. Not even on the sideline. Not even in the stadium. At home, they're paying him $200+ million to watch the guy that let go beat the brakes off of him.
I kind of want to tune into that one.
Oh, I'm watching that for sure, dude. That's gonna be on for sure.
The over under is 41.5.
Over.
I'm going.
I think over.
Over, unfortunately.
Carolina's gonna put up 30 by themselves.
But Browns may not put more than 10.
They will.
They'll kick
They
4
can
field
run the
goals.
ball.
They'll kick 4
They can
field goals.
still run the ball.
Oh fuck! I have Nick Chubb. I want him to run it.
Exactly. They can still run the ball. They'll put. 10
Okay.
up,
Okay.
maybe.
Fair enough.
13.
Next game at noon Central Standard Time. New Orleans at Atlanta. The line is 5.5.
I'm gonna bet that right now.
I'll bet that.
I've been betting that right now. It's only 5.5.
So a couple things from a betting standpoint. I'm definitely betting the spread for New Orleans. I'm also going to bet the team
under.
total. You can do what's called a team total.
Oh.
So depending on what you're betting, you can bet for the over/under of the points for one team. Bet what I don't. You don't need to go look at that right now. But the team total for that game, probably gonna be
Team total, as in like you just bet the total for one team.
correct. Yep.
The team
so the
you bet on.
offensive points for just one team.
I got you.
So I'm
37.
I'm gonna assume that the team total for New Orleans in that game is probably like 24.5, and I'd bet it over. And if it's under that, even more so.
Dude, the Saints are gonna roll over.
That's
Guys, I'm not going to say what betting website we're using right now.
Top bet. I'll say it.
R.I.P.
Because because we haven't been reached out to by FanDuel, Barstool Sportsbook, DraftKings, but they had 305.
I'm going to go home and bet this game right now.
Yeah, this is probably one of so far it's my favorite one to bet on.
There were 305 side bets on that game alone.
Wow. All right, and moving
let's
on.
Go back to the NFL. I don't know why this website just keeps going back to the homepage. That's gross.
Next game.
San Francisco at Chicago Bears. The line
beat 'em.
is 7.5 for San Fran. Holy shit, this is another one you want to bet.
That's a tough one, though, because you don't really know what Trey Lance is going to do. I mean, I
I don't think it matters.
I think San Francisco wins that game, but that could easily be one of those games where you're like, holy shit, this guy was not ready. They'll still win the game, but...
I think they could legit put their defense out and run 5 series and still win.
Here's another thing to think about from a betting standpoint. I would tease the total down. So I would switch the line on your betting site. I would switch it from a line of 7.5 to 6.5.
So what
beat it down right now.
Ask casters, depending on what betting site you're using, you can buy or subtract points from whatever your bet is. So this is what Andy's talking about. He's talking about getting the line down from 7.5.
So you're saying it's going to be a closer game than
right?
what
I don't
everybody's thinking,
feel good about it being over a touchdown.
No, I don't.
I do.
That's what I was saying. I don't think it's going to be over a touchdown. It's going to be. I think it's going to be a field goal.
So
game.
if I were a betting man, which I am, I'm probably going to do an in-game parlay on this one. I'm going to bet that San Francisco covers -7, and I'm also going to bet...
I thought it was 7.5.
It's 7 right now.
Oh.
And I'm also going to bet that both teams cover 41.5 points.
The over for
41
for the game okay.
Total? The Bears are not going to put 3 points up. That might be.
Francisco's D.
That might be
against Justin Fields. Oh man, I can't
that's
happening.
one that
I think it's going to be an ass.
41 points though. The Bears are not going to put up. Talk about
San Fran might.
I'm with Carlos.
Yeah,
I think
that's a dangerous bet, but you know.
Even if Trey Lance does good, they're going to be running the ball a ton,
Yeah.
which means that
They're not. He's not gonna throw the ball more than 20 times.
That could be true.
But we have not even seen this offense work with Trey Lance.
Exactly.
He's mobile. So if Garoppolo was the quarterback on this game...
They'll sling the ball. Sling it.
Who's a better quarterback, Garoppolo or Trey Lance?
We don't know.
So Garoppolo's a better passer.
Who's going to start?
Well, Garoppolo's a better passer. Big time.
Shit.
Right now, I mean...
They made him the biggest paid fucking backup for a reason, because they have a runner at quarterback, so...
They paid him before they got Trey Lance.
No, they didn't. They just re-signed
the
him.
original contract.
Yes,
Yeah.
but the original contract was before Trey Lance. The bullshit contract he just signed was typical for what a...
Bullshit. He's making $6
typical-
million a year.
Was typical. Mariota was making $8 million as the backup for the Raiders.
But hey, I'm to Carlos's point on this. If they had any confidence in Trey Lance,
They would have let Garoppolo go.
he'd be gone.
Who else was their backup?
I think that...
That team has gone through backup issues. Remember 2 years ago
But
when
they
they
tried
had...
to trade him and nobody wanted him.
Yeah. I think...
What does that say about Garoppolo?
I think
What
Trey...
does that say about Garoppolo?
I think Trey Lance is on a very short leash.
I don't.
I think the minute this motherfucker throws a couple of TDs or INTs, they're gonna be like, okay,
I think
we got a guy that has been to a Super Bowl.
To Andy's point, they tried trading him. No one wanted him.
Well, they probably put him on the trading block. They didn't probably try to fucking offer him up.
Shit,
They put him out there. They put him out there.
So
But they just paid him
Carlos,
though.
He allegedly is a top 32 quarterback in the world.
100%. Jimmy
He's better
Garoppolo?
than Zach Wilson. So there's one.
He's top 20.
Are you fucking cracked out of your mind?
Jimmy
He's
Garoppolo is
better-
not top 20. You think he's better than Jacoby Brissett?
Yes.
Okay, Zach Wilson. Tua.
I would take Zach Wilson over him right now.
Oh.
Talk about being cracked out of your mind. The dude is not even starting for the Jets.
Because he's hurt.
Exactly.
Okay, so you have Garoppolo, who no one wants to trade for, versus the number 2 pick? Come on now.
He's
Okay,
expensive.
come on.
But one thing to factor in there, I think if San Francisco didn't have Seattle in division, he would have been traded to Seattle.
Yeah.
I think that's the one thing.
Okay,
that
so
back from
so
doing that.
Garoppolo's the 31st quarterback.
No, you didn't let me finish going down the road. Joe Flacco
Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl.
with a fucking stacked defense.
And what has Garoppolo been playing with the last 5 years?
Not a terrible defense. It's not terrible, but it is not the Ravens defense.
Joe Flacco is a Super Bowl winning quarterback, Carlos.
That's also like 37.
Did he win a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Okay, and the lights went out.
With
He could have had a seizure if he was epileptic.
Ed Reed was on that team.
He was 40.
Ray Lewis was on that team.
He was 52.
And he also killed a man and ate him.
And then shit.
Look, dude, Garoppolo is a top 20 quarterback. You tell me you'd rather have Tua than Garoppolo?
Yes.
Oh.
This is the wildest shit I've done. Garoppolo is a top 20 quarterback.
Andy, what do you think?
I don't think he's top 20, but I don't think he's 32.
He's not 30.
He's better than Mariota. He's better than.
He's not better. I would rather have Mariota.
Oh.
You
just shit on that team for having Mariota. You just shit on the fucking.
I told you what his contract was. I wasn't shitting on him.
Let me put it this way: if Garoppolo was at Atlanta right now, their over/under for wins would be higher because of Garoppolo's presence rather than Mariota.
I don't believe so. Because who? Okay, so you put Garoppolo down there. Garoppolo can't run.
Okay.
He has no one to throw to.
Mariota's a quarterback and he can't throw.
He's not going to be able to throw anyway. He's going to throw the ball 15 yards at most to Kyle Pitts down the middle, and that's it. He's going to run the ball.
Garoppolo can throw it 20 yards to Kyle Pitts.
Whoa. Who cares?
Tell me that you put Jimmy G down in Miami and Tyreek Hill's stock doesn't go up.
No.
Tua can fucking throw it more than 40 yards.
I would rather have Tua. I don't. Garoppolo's
that's
not
terrible.
good. Garoppolo's not good.
I'm not saying he's great, but he's fucking okay.
He's a backup quarterback.
That's getting paid $6 million.
Mariota made $8 million, so I guess Garoppolo's a worse.
Mariota was a starter before they got that fucking.
Yes.
Mariota was a starter before he got that contract.
No.
At the Titans?
No, he got that contract with the Raiders. He was done with the Titans.
Well, the Raiders are just spending too much money.
I guess Mariota is technically a better backup.
Hey, old top.
I don't know,
Do
man.
we need to put in the fancy Sanford and Son
I think
music?
you're wrong.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think Jimmy G's an okay quarterback.
You okay?
So is Brian Piccolo.
Brian Pickles on another planet.
Well, he's dead.
Exactly, on another planet. He's a Dothraki.
His body's dead, but his soul lives on.
Oh my God! I think Trey Lance is gonna be benched about 6 games into the season.
The problem is that they're too invested now with Trey Lance.
Oh, they made it too public
even
now.
If he was fucking terrible, he starts the whole season.
Well, Shanahan better do something.
I don't know, man. That's tough.
I didn't have. Okay, so going back a couple of podcasts, I made a comment that I was starting to feel much better about Trey Lance. I did not feel good about Trey Lance when I heard that they re-signed Garoppolo. That was not a good sign.
But that team has suffered quarterback problems and quarterback depth issues in the past. They had that year where
But if you believe that Trey Lance is your number one, undisputed going forward, why would you sign a backup for $6 million a year?
One that can cause the fans to say that we have controversy.
What? Okay, so I know I haven't been watching a lot of the news lately or ESPN. Has there been any buzz now that Garoppolo's signed that Trey Lance is on a short leash?
You should have listened to fucking Cowherd this morning. He was talking about, and they were all talking
Cowherd's
about.
a douchebag.
Well, yeah, but he's got good people on there that call in. Troy Aikman was in there. They had a bunch of people.
I'm more worried about Joy Taylor.
I called him that.
Hey, she's kind of hot.
She is my world.
But they were talking about Trey Lance being on a short leash.
I mean, okay, so if the situations change and we have Garoppolo, who is slated as the number one starter for Week 1.
No, there's not going to change.
No, I'm saying hypothetical.
Oh, okay.
Hypothetical, we have Garoppolo situated as the number one starting quarterback for Week 1. Is he not on a short leash with Trey Lance?
Probably.
Exactly.
But they're paying Garoppolo more
So
than they're paying Trey Lance.
You have two unpaid quarterbacks, or
No,
not
they're
unpaid.
paying.
Trey Lance isn't paid. But you have two quarterbacks that are. I mean, Garoppolo, he went to a Super Bowl, but he was carried by his defense and Deebo Samuel in that run game. I'm going to call him unproven. He's unproven. I don't think he's a winning quarterback in this league. I don't think he's a top 20 quarterback.
He's won.
What has he won?
Garoppolo, no, it's not what he's won. You just
He's
said
won
he's unproven.
games. He's won a bunch of
He is
games.
unproven.
Garoppolo is one of the most proven commodities in all of quarterbacks. Because he's got a track record that goes a decade back now.
What track record?
He's
What's he
won-
done?
He's won games.
What has he won?
That he's about a 5.
Games.
What games? Exactly. No one gives a shit.
Dak Prescott has won games.
Dak Prescott has won games.
And
but
he's
guess what?
overpaid.
He is not overpaid.
Oh, big
I thought
time.
he was
Dak Prescott is overpaid. Everybody on that fucking Cowboys team is overpaid.
Oh my god. Dak Prescott is not overpaid.
Zeke
Tyron
Elliott?
Smith. Zeke's overpaid. Zeke's
He's
overpaid. Absolutely.
Tyron's overpaid, but
This is-
Tyron's overpaid because he's not playing.
Oh, God forbid his hamstring.
Exactly. He fucking works that.
Okay, let's move on. Next game. It's enough.
That was a lot.
Good God.
Garoppolo is going to be a starting quarterback next year.
I bet you he won't.
Anyways.
I bet you he won't.
I'll bet you a punch in the face.
I won't bet you that.
Okay.
I'll bet you. I don't know. I'll think about it. Next game. Fuck you.
Oh, you're the kind of guy that has this cap locks on all the time.
No, I was doing command. I was doing command tab, you douchebag.
Fucking sounds like a Trey Lance
Lance
follower. Yeah, fuck him.
Trey Lance uses caps all the time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I like to cycle through my windows.
I saw
without
his
using my
emails.
mouse.
I saw his emails from North Dakota State. All caps.
All caps.
All caps. And
Same as Jake.
exclamation marks everywhere.
Yep. John Gruden, same thing.
I don't think we need to talk about his emails.
I'm just telling
All right,
you guys.
next game.
Check your brake lines.
We've made it through like 3 games.
Yeah. God, old man's internet. There it is. Okay. We just finished with San Francisco and Chicago.
By the
Let's
way,
just do the interesting ones going here and now. We don't need to do all of them.
Okay. Let me pull up the lines again.
Last time somebody told me they were going to pull up the line.
it didn't
we had
well.
to put the lid back on the toilet.
Put the mirror away.
Okay. Anyway, your boys, Saturday again at 12 o'clock. New England at Miami.
Oh, that's gonna be terrible.
Miami is favored by 3.5.
Yeah, don't bet that game because Miami's gonna lose.
Ooh.
Oh, 100%.
Well, Vegas doesn't agree with you, so could you please make your state or make your claim,
Well, I have to make that claim because I'm a fan.
but like support it?
Mac Jones has more weapons this year.
Who?
A shitload more. Are you kidding me?
I don't know who they are.
Devontae, what's his face from that played in the Dolphins last year.
Dude, Devontae, what's his face?
We got, dude. You can't tell me that Mac Jones isn't going to be better than
He'll be
last
better.
year, and he beat the Dolphins last
New
year.
England wide receivers: Jacoby Myers,
Don't know him.
Devontae Parker, which I
Devontae
think
Parker.
is what you're talking about,
Yep.
and Kendrick Bourne.
How old is
Kendrick
Devontae
Bourne.
Parker?
Like 20 something.
No.
Look it up. He can't be over 30.
Who?
Devontae Parker.
He's 32, I bet.
He is...
Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith.
He's 29.
Exactly. See, Damian Harris, Ramondre. We're gonna be all right.
Dude, why did no one pick Ramondre in our fantasy draft?
Somebody did.
Like in the
No.
17th round.
No, because I wanted to pick him in like the 12th and he was gone.
Well,
He's the running
if
back
he was
from,
gone in the 12th
OU.
round. Oh, is that where he's from?
Yes.
He still sucks.
Yeah.
Tua
Tua fucking sucks, dude. He is terrible.
he's
He might be up there with one of the worst fucking quarterbacks in our league.
he's better than Garoppolo.
But he
Oh,
ain't better.
fuck,
He
we
ain't
know
better. He
that.
ain't better than Mac Jones.
I would rather have Mac Jones.
Mac Jones is a
I will
way
agree.
better passer.
I will agree.
So you're saying Tua's gonna beat Mac Jones? I know they don't play against each other. I know it's a whole team thing, but I think Mac Jones is gonna go off
I'm gonna go Miami on that game.
to cover.
I'm at least going to bet him on the money line.
Okay.
Andy?
I'm not going to bet anything New England this year for probably like the first 6 games. Because I still have no fucking idea what to do with Mac Jones. There's games...
No, I agree, too.
There's games last year where, like, I bet them, like, bet for them.
Yeah, but he was a rookie. He was a rookie last year.
No, but to the other point, like, there's other games where I didn't bet him, and then he, like, outperformed everything that I thought he was going to do. So, I don't have a good feel for him yet. I know, like, if you look at his completion percentage and, like, some of the other metrics about consistency without fucking interceptions, pretty good. But at the end of the day, I don't trust him.
And the Dolphins have a rookie head coach.
That dude...
Yeah.
Pull up the stats of Bill Belichick against first-time head coaches.
Oh, that is true.
I will fucking bet you a lot of money right now that he is fucking close to being undefeated.
Carlos just convinced me. That is true. He is fucking amazing.
Have you seen this motherfucker on TV? The Dolphins head coach? He looks like he belongs in Lord of the Rings.
He looks like he has his... And I have no idea who this guy is. I know who he is.
Jim Rome today just said he's his favorite coach because of all the drops that he's got.
Drops as in
like things he's saying
sound
in press
drops?
Conferences. Yes,
Are they good drops?
they're hilarious.
Like
They're better than the guy from Detroit.
Like he makes them, like purposefully.
He purposely makes.
Well, good
them.
for him. He's still gonna get ran over by Belichick.
He said he still doesn't eat vegetables.
Well, who does?
Says a guy that orders ramen noodle by the pallet.
Hey, I would like you to know I have not done that in a really long time.
But you have done that.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I've been on a smoothie kick lately, and I bought a food processor, so I'm just whooping up the smoothies like left and right over here.
All right, moving on. Patriots are gonna cover. No worries.
They'll still lose though. Okay, so
but they'll cover.
The over/under on that one is 46.5. By the way,
I'd go under if I had to.
Next,
yeah, you got
it.
Next game is Andy's favorite team, the Philadelphia Eagles, against everyone's lovable losers, the Detroit Lions.
Oh. What's the spread on that?
The spread is 4.5.
Ooh, that's a high.
4 for Philly.
That's a high spread.
I wouldn't bet it.
Do you believe in Detroit that much?
I think Detroit's going to do exactly what I just told you New England did last year. Detroit is going to win games that you're going to be like, never saw that coming.
Detroit's got a good fucking D-line.
They're not bad.
Aiden Hutchinson, dude, he is a monster.
He'll be a boss.
That dude is a fucking monster.
It's Detroit.
Yeah.
I
think they'll do all right. I mean, they're not going to be anywhere near like fighting for like a wild card, but I think they'll win probably 6-7 games this year.
They're over under 6.5.
Yeah.
So they'll still suck.
Well,
But
yeah.
they'll be much better than last year.
But they won't get beat by Philadelphia by more than 4.
Oh, I don't know.
It's week 1. It's tough.
Andy,
I have Devontae Smith.
That surprises me. I had him last year. That surprises me with how much you have been on Philadelphia's nuts.
Time to get off.
I'm on Philadelphia's nuts because I think they're going to be able to get their division. I'm not on Philadelphia's nuts because I think they're the best team in the world. So my praise to Philadelphia is more from the fact that their division's getting worse and they have A.J. Brown at wide receiver now.
Yeah.
So I think that's big.
And Devontae Smith.
Oh, yes. But, again, I think...
Oh, man, I drafted 2 Eagles. I didn't just realize that.
I think I'm going to stay away...
Do you care about winning?
I had Sanders.
I'm going to stay away from betting anything Detroit for... I don't know if it's going to be as long as that...
So Andy's not going to bet anything for 6 weeks.
That's what you come up with. I'm not going to bet anything in this first 6 weeks.
I got one I'm betting on.
What? What are you about to finally fucking bet on?
Baltimore versus the New York Jets, baby.
What's the spread on that?
Week 1.
81
Where
points?
is my spread?
80 points.
I honestly...
What game?
It's Baltimore
It's
Jets.
7 points. We just talked about
Oh, my God.
I just... That's the one I'll bet like 18 times. I don't care what the spread is.
Okay, so...
All right, what's a Monday night game here?
Let's jump.
Or do we even
Let's get
have a
Sunday
Monday
night.
A Sunday night, yeah.
4:25 game is Green Bay at Minnesota.
Oh, Green Bay's going to get fucking beat.
Line is 1.5.
I'll take Minnesota.
The second game at 4:25 on Sunday is Las Vegas Raiders at the LA Chargers.
Oh, fuck. That's already this week?
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
LA is favored by 3.5. The line is 52. Bet the over. Tampa Bay Bucks at the Cowboys. Tampa is a 2.5-point favorite. Bet Tampa.
Is that their Monday night game?
No, that's Sunday.
Sunday night, sorry.
And then our Monday.
Denver, Seattle, the Russell
Oh,
Monday night.
hell yeah.
Denver, Seattle in Seattle.
Denver's gonna smash the shit out of them.
6.5-point spread.
Is that the biggest spread this weekend?
No.
I'm gonna. Okay, you guys were talking about the ones I won't bet on. I'll be betting on that game. Broncos, Seattle. I'll bet.
Broncos gonna.
Even if that, I would bet it now because that line's probably gonna move closer to 7.5. But I really, honestly don't care. That's if Denver doesn't win by double digits, I'll be shocked. Seattle's bad.
They're awful. They're god awful.
Seattle.
Who's their quarterback?
Drew Lock?
Geno fucking Smith.
Oh yeah, yes. So he'll be the quarterback for the first half, and then Drew Lock's gonna come in.
It'll be split time.
Finish it up. They're both JV quarterbacks. They're gonna split equal time, so their moms don't get mad.
So one other thing to think about.
They're on a committee together. They organize who gets the fruit snacks after
They
games.
buy the team T-shirts for warm-ups
and Capri Suns.
Yeah.
So we were talking about what it means from a contract standpoint with back to San Francisco, the fact that they extended Jimmy Garoppolo. Denver Broncos have already extended Russell Wilson.
They extended him when they signed it.
No. They signed him
And then they extended the other day.
Shit all over your face.
It was the other day.
So within the last week, before he's taken an official snap for the regular season for them, they have redone his contract, which tells me they saw for the first time in a good decade that they've actually got a real fucking quarterback. He is going to.
I think that extension was coming regardless.
Man,
That's a long commitment. That means he's going to be playing closer to he's 40.
closer to his 40.
But shit, isn't that what everyone's doing?
Well, not the runners. Not the runners.
Yeah.
He's not a pocket. I mean, he can do from the pocket, but he's more
He's been going in the pocket more.
He's a scrambler still, though.
He's a smart guy.
Well, yeah, of course.
Or he's married.
Dating.
To Sierra.
Oh yeah, that's the
Right.
smartest move he's ever made.
So.
What's his catchphrase?
Let's ride.
That's right.
Bronco country. Let's ride.
What a tool.
And I will be on the lookout for Carlos's guy. Carlos has been all over Jerry Jeudy this preseason.
Yeah, buddy. Let's go.
I
didn't draft him.
I will be watching.
I drafted
Jerry
Cortland Sutton.
I got Jerry.
Do you? I have Cortland Sutton on my bench right now.
I'd probably.
I'm
if
like
you
scared.
Had Jerry Jeudy, I'd probably start him.
I think I'm gonna start Cortland Sutton because I have him on my bench right now.
Cortland Sutton did really well for me last year.
But he's their number one now in Denver.
I don't think he will be at the end of the season.
Well, I don't care. He's gonna be number one next week. I gotta beat Andy. I gotta beat the Bachaka mans.
I don't even know who I'm
Flying
going
Megalodons.
against. Baltimore at New York. Where do you went over that one? Kansas City, Arizona.
Oh, well, DeAndre
Stay
Hunt.
away.
Yeah, stay away from that.
That line's 6.5.
6.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it.
Let's get to our Monday night game.
I think we
already
know.
did.
Yeah. we're done.
There's 2 night Monday or no. There's Thursday night,
Are you seeing double?
maybe. Los Angeles.
It's
Yeah.
a good time to remind you, 3chai.com.
Oh yeah, we haven't done a read.
We haven't done it.
Hey guys, this is T Sleazy for 3Chai. Go to our Twitter page at Askcasters and find our bit.ly link to 3Chai if you are looking for your Delta 8, Delta 9, Delta 10, and THO needs. They have cookies, gummies, fudge. I was telling my my mother this afternoon that they sent me a free pack of gummies, and they were absolutely delicious and nutritious. So check our friends out at 3Chai Guys. They are the real deal Holyfield, and they are on our Twitter at Askcasters. Thursday night game, Los Angeles Chargers versus Kansas City Chiefs.
That's the following week.
I know, but let's throw it in there.
Wait, what was the thing? I just blanked out.
Thursday, next week, week 2, Los Angeles versus Kansas City.
Oh, LA's gonna smash that ass.
At Arrowhead, under the lights.
Smash that ass.
I think this could be the road to 0-2 for the Chiefs.
The Chiefs are gonna quickly realize that they are out of their league this year.
That defense has got. We're going to learn real quick about how bad that D is.
So you have Kansas City. You have Kansas City losing.
Oh yeah.
To not only LA but the Cardinals.
They could easily lose to the Cardinals.
Yeah, they could for sure.
I'm just asking.
They could easily lose to the Cardinals.
They'll for sure lose to the Rams.
And you tell me who in the okay. They can pick up the number 1 Charger wide receiver, but they ain't picking up the second one.
No.
That fucking secondary.
Mike Williams is good.
That secondary.
What's the Van Jefferson?
Van Jefferson's with fucking. Oh, did he move?
No, he's with the Rams still, right?
Oh, I'm
yes.
talking about. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. You
said Chargers though.
We're talking about the Rams, right?
Well, either way, they both have outstanding wide receiver groups.
So that's what Andy's saying. They can pick up Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
But they ain't picking up Van Jefferson or Mike Williams.
Yeah, Van Jefferson got some points.
Oh, Mike Williams
Who
is with the
fuck are they
Chargers.
playing? The Chargers or the Rams?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs are playing the Chargers.
Okay.
You said the Rams.
No.
That's what we were talking about.
No, they're playing the Chargers week
2.
two.
But
I
you,
haven't played the Chargers. That's what I thought.
I thought you said the Rams.
No, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I think this is another endorsement for 3 China.
Hey guys,
You can overdose.
it has been 2 minutes, but you probably don't remember our last read.
The Chargers are gonna beat that ass.
I think KC gets exposed in the secondary of that game.
Yeah.
All right. Any more football we need to tackle? There are two definite things we need to discuss before we finish. Taylor Hawkins tribute concert. But before we get to that, Andy, can you tell us about trying to pay $6 for a pizza this weekend?
And most disturbing news out of this is you ate this weekend? That's good. Yeah.
Well, I did this as an anti-puke method.
But why did you get pepperoni pizza if you're trying not to puke?
Because I was so drunk I couldn't see what I was ordering. So
what did you order from? Nola's?
Here's what happened. So I went to my Papa John's thing, my little app, and I just pressed on the first thing that was there. And then I just kept pressing, I just kept trying to go to checkout as quick as I could.
That's how you order 7 Foo Fighters tickets.
I hope I didn't do that. Did I do that? I don't know. But anyway.
We're going to Foo Fighters.
so
R.I.P. Taylor.
I really didn't give a damn about what I got. I was just like, let's get this done because I got more Lady Gaga videos to watch. I was crying, by the way, when this all happened. But it's okay.
You had enough tears to...
No.
Okay.
No.
You were dry crying.
My eyes were dry heaving.
My eyes were dry heaving.
So... Anyway, so I just tried to make this online order as fast as I possibly could, and I'm like, okay, well, the total was $40. Oh, I ordered 2 pizzas, not one. I meant to order one. Ordered 2 pizzas, total was $40. Said that I was going to tip this guy $6. I still had a little bit leftover money from the casino.
Your $6 was not even close to covering it.
Oh, no. So the guy gets there, and I turned off Lady Gaga for just a moment. And he comes there, and I give him $6, and I thought I was a boss. And he's like, this is a cash order, sir. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? He's like, well, that means the whole order is supposed to be paid in cash. And I was like, well, let me go see if I've got more money from Old Vegas. So I went to go check my wallet. I didn't even have $40 in cash. So I'm like, what do we do at this point? And he's like, well, at this point, I call my manager, and we have to call in your debit card. And I'm like, let me make sure I've got that back from the bar last night.
You're such a piece of shit.
So I went to go grab my wallet and see if I had anything that resembled plastic money in there. And I did. I had a debit card in there. So I gave it to him.
Was it functioning?
The debit card?
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going to happen. I've had 3 debit cards in the last week and a half. So... at this point, I'm like, okay, this is probably pretty bad. If my neighbors see this, that I've got a pizza guy hanging out there because I can't afford a pizza, that's an embarrassing look. I was like,
you don't have an HOA, you're good.
Even though I'm drunk, I was like,
Who cares?
This would be pretty sad to see.
Yes, I'm broke.
So I was waiting, I was able to hear his manager over the phone call as they do this, and I was just waiting for the manager to be like, tell him that card is no longer valid, and then I was gonna have to go
Decline.
I was like, But luckily, it was a valid debit card with money in there that apparently is associated with my bank. So that was good.
Your bank.
Bank of America is a fucking saint. They're working miracles right now to keep Andy's money flowing out.
And my money right now.
By the way, now that Kansas betting's legal, I probably won't run into this issue again, but I know the last time I made a deposit into my betting account that's probably not in Kansas, it came through as like Jinko jeans or something like that. So,
Great product, by the way.
they sent me a text.
The Cayman Islands.
They're like, sir, this transaction is going to see on your Bank of America account is Jinko jeans. And I'm like, that's fine. I used to wear them.
All right, I gotta fucking cut this out. We've
Everybody
been
got to go.
here.
Let's wrap
It
this
is
up.
7:57
All right, guys,
Central
we have
Standard.
taken way too fucking long. It's past Andy's bedtime. Carlos, you have anything to say?
It is also past my bedtime.
And it's past my bedtime.
Yeah.
I need antipsychotic.
Hey guys, this is the first and last time we're ever going to record during the week. I'm just joking. This is when we're going to record during the week, so you guys have a football.
Jimmy Garoppolo, if you're listening to this, I love you, man.
We're gonna record during the weeks, guys. So
Trey Lance, F you.
So we're gonna record.
Fuck you, Trey.
We're gonna record during the week, so you guys have a fantasy football, college football, and an NFL football preview. Guys, we are out.
Family.
Ciao.
Bye. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening.